Yeah.
There's a wireless. Run up a handheld. Just roll with it.
If you can't hear me, is that mean is my voice still record? Like, how do I say it? Just okay.
Macarthur Sports Radio.
The Campbelltown Collegians side. Number 4, Pandora Vicioso. Number 2, Christina WRL. Number 1, Macarthur. Number 3, Elizabeth Colliers. Number 9,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Campbelltown Stadium. Welcome to Grand Final Day 2022 here on Macarthur Sports Radio. Mike Sheen with you, leading the call team today as we get set for Grand Final Day 2022. The first match, actually, I think that would make things a little bit better, I think. Just having a bit of technical trouble here. Got everybody on board. Great to be with you from Campbelltown Stadium. We're getting Craig Davis loud and clear. We're ready for the Women's Rugby League Grand Final between the Camden Rams and Campbelltown Collies. We'll go through the teams. For Camden, their lineup for today reads as follows. Paige Napper. On the wings, Elizabeth Macarthur and Pandora Vicioso in the centres, Imogen Lowe at 5'8", Brianna Dean at half, Belinda Vakarewa and Jess Kennedy in the front row, Lupe Vaki in the hooking position. The second rowers are Tessa Tavita Mawafa'anu and Sophia Vaki, Aggie Dean in 14, the rest of the bench, Yolanda Mararera, Lisa King, Sandra Lachlan, Everlasting Praise Varu, Alafu Fatu, Kiara Dodd, Anna Helen Va'altua, Adi Turagaravalo, Folau Vaki, and Ebony Pryor. So that's the East Campbelltown team for today. The Collies, sorry, you're right. That's the Collies team for today.
A big shout out to Chicka Willis for the Camden team as the coach. He's coached the team in pretty much every competition that we've had in the Group 6. Team Force Grade Reserve Grade 18s, ladies.
Yeah, certainly has.
You call out the Chicka and Kylie.
Yeah, certainly doing well is Andrew Willis. We're just about ready for kickoff. It looks like East Collies are going to run right to left in the first half, defending the Leagues Club end of the ground.
Yeah, I think we've got the other side going the wrong side of the ground.
Yeah, I think they've both gone to the southern end, just to confuse everybody. We might just make one more adjustment here.
In the words of one of the commentators, I'm confused.
We're underway for this Women's Rugby League Grand Final. Campbelltown Collies taking on Camden Rams. Camden running left to right in the first half as we get ourselves all underway here at headquarters at Campbelltown Stadium.
My understanding of the two teams, Mike, is Camden have the skill and Collies have the strength and size.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. That's a lot better. Seems to have solved our issues for the time being. So we're up and running here. Welcome everybody to Campbelltown Stadium for Grand Final Day, the Women's Rugby League Grand Final. We've been underway for about 45 seconds. Camden and Campbelltown Collies doing battle in this Women's Rugby League Grand Final.
I think it's going to be a bit hard out there, Mike. You have a look at the two sets of jerseys, and they're fairly similar, aren't they?
Yes, I was commenting over the weekend that...
Camden and Collies, the jerseys are very, very similar.
Yes, I was lucky over the weekend broadcasting some other sport that thankfully we didn't have any jerseys that were overly similar. But
This is way too similar.
Yeah, this is way too similar. This is much...
You're way too close.
Yeah, Mike Sheen, Craig Davies, Justin Pineda with you for the call today. You're on Macarthur Sports Radio. Great to have your company.
Mike makes enough mistakes calling teams without having jerseys.
Yes,
And I say that with a smile on my face.
yes, all going along well here at Campbelltown Stadium. We're underway. It's James Perham in charge of this one. Collies on the attack, 40 metres out, going to the left-hand side, the western side of the ground. They'll play it 32 metres out. That was the second effort and a penalty going to Collies. First penalty of the day after about 3 minutes. After about 2 minutes in the first half, here on the Case statewide solar clock. A Simply WordPress web design scoreboard reads 0-0 Camden and Collies in the Women's Rugby League Grand Final of 2022.
So they found touch here, Mike. So this is really good position here. This is definitely Campbelltown Collegians that we with
This
the
is
ball.
Collegians with the ball
Yep,
now.
definitely Collies in the...
In the blue shorts.
Yes.
And Camden are in the white shorts.
Yes. Camden in their traditional tricolours, the navy with the red and white V. Collies in their traditional red and blue.
There's a good strong head on tackle there.
Yep, taking it 10 metres out now. Collies in line with the right hand upright, northern end of the ground. Working out to the right hand side, but they'll come back on the unders line. Good defence there from Camden. 8 metres out from the line, eastern side, Pembroke Road side of Campbelltown Stadium, attacking the athletic centre end in the first half. They'll come back to the open side. Right, that's far too for the line. There's 5-6 Rams driving her back. She's 2 metres out from the line. Under the 5 to the right of the uprights. Short ball out of dummy half was a poor one, and Camden have come away with it.
I think the ball runner had a look too, Mike.
Yeah, had a look.
The defence came off the line quickly, and she took her eye off the ball at the last minute.
Again, just basics. Nowhere to run, but you've got to catch the ball first. That's just very, very poor stuff.
It certainly was a disappointing end of that set for Collies, and Camden now coming away with it. It's still inside their own quarter, playing it about 12 or 13 metres out from the line. They'll play it now to the right-hand side. That's one through the hands. Referee's going to say play on. That went back. I thought he got it right. As the Rams up towards their own 20, western side of the ground. 5 to the right of the uprights at the northern end. We've played nearly 4 minutes on the Case statewide solar clock in the first half. The Women's Rugby League Grand Final, match number 2 of the day, here from Campbelltown Stadium. Great to have your company on Macarthur Sports Radio. We'll go through all 4 matches this afternoon as we bring you Grand Final Day 2022. The kick downfield from Camden through Gemma Crane will find the line. 8 metres inside Collies territory. We've had 4 minutes gone in the first half. No score on the board for F2 Sportswear. Craig Davis.
It's a very entertaining first 5-10 minutes. Both sides are showing good ball movement, but ball control is a little bit down from Collies, and the defence has been very tough.
Well, good to know that both sides' defence is locking up well here, Craig, but it just thinks it's either side that either defence is going to crack there, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match, this one.
So look at the side, like the Collies have got the bigger players, like stronger looking players, but the Camden girls are very skillful, and they've got a lot of, they're quick, they've got a lot of pace out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Collies girls pull up with 10-15 minutes to go in the second half.
They've got numbers out to the left-hand side here. Collies on the attack. That's Jess Kennedy taking it forward. 23 metres out, 12 in from touch, western side of the ground. They'll come back to the open side left, the open side right. That's Belinda Vaccarewa taking it forward to within 10 metres of the line. Collies on the attack early. Camden being called back. They're all offside on the right-hand side. They keep coming to that open side right. That's Elizabeth Marawera with it. She'll take the tackle only about 4 metres out from the line. 10 in from touch western side. Arm up last tackle. Back it comes to the open side right. They'll put it through their hands. Now the kick comes through from far too. Not a bad looking kick. Bouncing ball is a dangerous ball. Gemma Crane claims it for Camden and holds onto it and goes to ground 4 metres out from her own line. We've had 5.5 minutes first half. No score. Camden and Collies.
Just that attacking set there from Campbelltown Collies. It seemed to be solid. The kick could have been a little bit better there, but gee whiz, the Camden Rams they'd be lucky to get the ball, but they've got to do a lot more with the ball there, Craig.
Yeah, she was lucky to clean it up at the end. The kick could bounce anywhere, but Gemma Crane was just on the spot.
Penalty to Camden.
Yeah, relieving penalty. Camden's been under the pump a little bit in the last few minutes.
Penalty count 1 all. Or Forte Financial Services. Good morning, David Bowen and the team at Forte Financial. Thank you for supporting us in 2022. Once again, we thank all our sponsors.
Look, they took a tap instead of going for the kick.
Yeah, they didn't kick for line. They took the FBOS option, tap and go, bay wave style. They'll play it 9 short of halfway. They'll come to the open side, right-hand side. There's the front rower in Abby Britt taking it forward. Yes, famous pedigree. Plays at 5 short of halfway. That is correct, JP. As we see now the other front rower in Sarah Boyle over the halfway line by a couple of metres, pretty well in the centre of Campbelltown Stadium, working to the right-hand side. No score on the board. We've had nearly 7 minutes first half. Women's Rugby League Grand Final from Campbelltown Stadium. Rams on the Pembroke Road side, the eastern side of the ground. Back to the open side right they come now through. Lock forward, Gemma Bradford. Makes a good run upfield. Bradford to the 20. Takes on the fullback. Good cover tackle. Brought down 15 out. Centre field, northern end, southern end arm goes up. Last tackle. Crane, what's she going to do? Puts it through their hands. They keep it alive. A little bit of shuffle ball out wide on the right-hand side. They've still got numbers. They're only 2 or 3 metres out from the line. The Collies defence comes in. Numbers on Macy Carlisle and wraps her up. It'll be a turnover. Last tackle, Craig Davis for F2 Sportswear. Best attack from Camden today.
I'll tell you what, the Collies were lucky. They had every player was offside. They were in front of the referee, and he didn't pull it up. And Camden went that way, and didn't get. Should have got a penalty.
I thought that she would have got a penalty for that category because she takes it down. We've got a look on them.
Yeah, we've got a lost ball from Collies. Jess Kennedy put it down on the first tackle.
But you were right, Mike.
In fact, it was
You
Vagarewa.
were right. That was the best set of attack that Camden's done so far this game.
A good run upfield there from the second rower in Macy Carlisle, and now the error comes from Collies coming out of their own end. Vagarewa couldn't hold on to it, and they'll play it now with the scrum. 10 out, 20 in, western side, southern end of the ground.
And you can see for Turk starting to sit in because Collies have made 2 changes. Some of their big boppers up front have come off the field to have a bit of a rest.
Yeah, I can see Matty Aiken downstairs with the Mittagong crew getting ready for their grand final. They're up next. JP will call that one for you. Justin Pineda joining us today. You're on Macarthur Sports Radio for Grand Final Day 2022 from Campbelltown Stadium. Rams on the attack, 2 metres out, driving towards the line, driven back. There's a pack of Collies forcing her back. She's a metre out from the line, plays it 10 to the left of the uprights. Southern end, Leagues Club into the ground. They go out of dummy half. They didn't fall for that one, Collies. Good defence there from the red and blues. They'll play it now, Camden, 4 metres out. Crash ball up the middle. Good run there from Sarah Boyle. Can't get through the Collies defence. They've numbered up in this set. They'll come back to the open side, right-hand side. That's gone to ground. Referee's going to say, gone back, play on. That's the last tackle now, arm up. They're 9 metres out of dummy half. Nice little scoot from the number 9 there in Karina Copeland, who gets driven back. It'll be a turnover. Great defence from Collies. 9.5 gone first half. Camden 0, Collies 0 for Simply WordPress web design.
I don't know whether they should have gone through the hands on that. I think they should have put a little grubber kick into the in goal. They never looked like they were going to score. Collies, well, to use a phrase, they manned up on the Camden girls. They should have put a little grubber kick into the in goal area to put them on the back foot. But it was still a good end of 6.
I think that's the number 4 down there for Collegians there in Pandora.
Vizesio, yeah.
She's down on her haunches, but like Camden with a lot of ball, it's just there's not a lot of. It just feels like that creativity there, Craig, is just not there. If you like, I agree with you with the last.
They seem to be going a lot one out.
Yes,
there seems to be a lot of one out play rather than setting up for something. This is where their half, Gemma Crane and Julia Paparo, have got to take control.
We've got a bit of a stoppage here, but it looks like everything's in order. Collies only 2 or 3 metres out from their line at the southern end, beside the left-hand upright.
But they're all bunched too, and they're not spread out anywhere. They're all just standing together. You can throw a blanket over them.
Certainly can, as we see the Collies up towards their own 10-metre line, still fighting for every metre. That's a good run there from Lupo Varki. Makes 15 out. Now to the right-hand side. That's a great run upfield. Get out of the way, I'm coming through. That looked like Fatu, Alafu Fatu going for a great run. 25 out.
She came through like a wrecking ball.
She certainly did. Now over the 30, you can hear the crowd coming to life here at Campbelltown Stadium. That'll be a penalty to the Collies.
She pushed it down.
Not neat. It was just.
That was needless. Yeah, you're right.
What was she thinking? It was about to be given any day of the week. If you just a nice good old heave-ho down.
Even more ashamed of you guys.
Geez, you've really come off the back fence today, haven't you, buddy?
Oh, mate,
You're off the back fence, aren't you?
It's been a couple of weeks. I've been probably saving them up.
You've been stinging to get in, haven't you?
He's following 130, 140 ounce figures.
Oh, yeah.
I've been waiting for it.
Oh, he has been waiting, folks, I can tell you. Tap 32 out, 10 in, western side. Collies on the attack. That looked like a high tackle. Referee's going to now he's going to call it. It was a clear penalty. 2 on the penalty count for Fordo Financial Services.
It was the same size. It was Abby Britt. She gave away the penalty before, and she just gave that one away as well. A bit of a dodgy aggression into it.
Taking 12 short of halfway. Now they roll forward once again. Far to within 2 or 3 metres of the halfway line. In fact, that's Big Addy Turrigan-Avallo.
I'll tell you what, though, this referees don't like bagging referees, but you have a look at here, out to the right, every one of those Camden players
All
are offside.
offside.
They're all about 5 metres in front of him, and he's only looking to the left, which is where the ball's going to, of course, but they're still offside. The whole lot of them out this side are offside.
They come back to the open side left now. Collies 35 metres now. That was a Ward 4B special out of dummy half, and the Camden Rams line up and went whack. Short ball out to the left-hand side there, 15 in from touch. 27 metres out, arm goes up, last tackle.
That hit was Abby Britt.
Once again, now the kick. Fatu under pressure, not a bad looking kick. The bouncing ball's a dangerous ball. Taken at the back by Paige Knapp for the Camden Rams. They'll play it now. 10 out from their own line. We've had 12 minutes first half, no score. Camden and Collies. Camden coming out of their own end. 15, 17 metres out from their own line. Crowd building nicely here at Campbelltown Stadium. I was out a bit earlier during the under-18s match, and there's a solid crowd here, probably a couple of thousand as we see a knock on here from Camden. Collies players trying to get their fans involved in this one.
Just a question of that notice. What's the extra time rules?
5 each way, and then golden point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
We did have that
last night with the Sharks.
Well, I was going to
Cowboys.
say it was like last Sunday down at Thilmy Sports Ground in our preliminary final.
But it was the same as last night with the Sharks and Cowboys. They had 5 minutes extra time, and then
Then goes to golden
golden
point.
when no one scored anything.
Yeah, that's what we
I
do.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Rather than just set up for a field goal. At least that way, you can still kick a field goal in that 5 minutes, but you don't lose the game. It gives you
No.
that scoreboard pressure to make the other team have to score.
They have to score, and it takes out that shootout element.
Yeah.
Takes out that shootout element that you can actually score a try or two.
Last night the Cowboys were lucky. Valentine Holmes 45-metre field goal. I mean, that was just
A la Andrew Willis here at the northern
that
end.
was just an incredible field goal.
As we see Collies on the attack. That's Sandra Lachlan going forward for the line. Still going Lachlan. Only 3 or 4 metres out from the line. 10 to the left of the uprights at the northern end. Nearly 15 gone. They go out of dummy half. That's a try to the Collies. Alafu Fatu gets the opening try of the grand final on 14 minutes. We've got a touch judge.
No, hang on.
A touch judge on the eastern side has stayed out.
over.
It is successful from
Offs and they tried to talk about a minute, 2 minutes for him to award.
It was a bizarre decision. I thought, but we saw it up here, fellas. I thought
From
it was
live.
a try.
Yeah, live. There was no trouble with it. Then got tackled, got up, played the ball, scored.
Like you can't be obstructed off the play of the ball like that. That'd be the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
I mean, the only thing could have been if the girl dived over between the legs of the marker. Like the girl playing the ball and she dived between the legs. That could have been the only issue, but it didn't happen that way.
Collies back to halfway now. They've got some momentum here. That's the front rower in Jess Kennedy taking it forward. 37 metres out from the Camden defensive line. They're working to our left in the first half. They've got 13:40 remaining and they lead it by 6. That's Pandora Vesesio on the last. 30 metres out at eastern side. 18 in from touch. Comes back for the kick now from far two. That's another dangerous kick. They don't want to know much about that. Ella McGrath loses it behind her. I'm sure she didn't learn that trick from her dad, Steve, many years ago. Former Harlequin and Camden Rams rugby player.
And the thing is, the ball's going up in the air, but no one seems to want to catch it.
Nobody wants to put a name on it, as they say, Craig.
And there's no depth in the kick. It's sort of just going over the defensive line, and I think that's what's putting Camden off. They're not sure where the ball's actually going to land.
Paige Knapp takes it forward for the Rams, 29 metres out from her own line. 12 in from touch, penalty Camden. Second effort in the tackle is the ruling, according to referee James Perham.
We do know that the Collies girls get a bit aggressive in their defence, which is what's got them to the grand final.
Looks like a change here for Collies. I think that's Belinda Vakarewa who's come off. Going on was the number 9. I think it was the number 9 in Lupe Vaki coming on. On the left wing for the Collies. They'll take the tap 5 short of halfway. They're up very quickly, the Collies in defence. On the 15 there in Madison Mulhall.
Yeah, but look at them all out this side. They're all offside, the whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 Collies players offside to the right here of the referee.
Yeah, they're certainly off on this western side. They go short side left. Short ball is on.
Yeah, the commentary side they're offside. Now, even on the grandstand side, there is one player right next to the referees in front of him.
Karina Copeland takes it forward, 31 metres out.
I think the referee's listening to that now.
Crane, short ball, they read that like tomorrow's front page. Put down 22 metres out. Knapp, long ball out wide, only finds the touchline through the hands of Laura Whaler. And into touch, so it'll be a turnover to Collies. That's their second turnover of the day.
Yeah, I think Camden is starting to panic a little bit.
It's like they don't know what to do with the ball once they cross over the halfway line.
Yeah,
They look lost.
their passes are not as crisp as they have been.
Brianna Dean about to come on for Collies in the number 7 jersey. Make another interchange here. Collies, the second of the day. We've got a penalty for a strip for Collies. That gives them a 3-2 lead in the penalty count for Forte Financial Services. Experience and expertise in financial planning. Good morning, David Bowen. Great to have you along as part of the MSR team in 2022. Congratulations on your win last Saturday with the Southwest Sydney Blues, defeating Camden in the AFL Sydney Platinum Division Grand Final. Now to the right-hand side of the Camden defence. Collies working out of their own end, 35 out from their own line. Going back to the open side, Dean keeps it alive. Back to Mararera. That's French Inangaro Mararera, who plays at 8 short of halfway. Back to the open side. They go down the short on the left-hand side towards the western touchline. They're nearly through the other side, Collies. Brought down 15 inside. Camden territory leading by 6 points to nil for Simply WordPress web design. The case statewide solar clock showing 10 in the quarter to go to half-time. There's Pandora Vesesio to 28 metres out when she's brought to ground. 3 Rams there to wrap her up in centre field.
There's a lot to know what's going on inside Andrew Willis's head at the moment. These girls don't seem to be switched on.
I'm sure he'll be lining up a half-time talk of...
A Craig Bellamy spray.
Yeah, I reckon it could be. There could be hinges blown off doors here at Campbelltown Stadium, so brace yourselves at half-time. If you hear at the ground, the ball's on the deck. Camden have forced it. It's gone dead. It's been forced in goal. A line drop out to Camden. Under the post at the northern end, 9:40 to go for Case statewide sole of the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. Collies 6, Camden 0. Craig Davis for F2 Sportswear.
There's a lot of pressure on Camden at the moment. They've got to get away a good drop out and a good set of 6 defensively. Otherwise, Collies are going to put another try on them.
Now it's Mahi Riwi taking it forward to within 12, 13 metres of the line on the eastern side of the ground. They come back to the open side, left-hand side, putting it through their hands. That looks like the try scorer in Fatu, taking it forward. She's been dangerous today, Fatu. Plays it 4 metres out. In fact, that's the 22 in Valtua. Now they come to the left-hand side. The ball's on the deck. I think it's been lost forward by Collies.
She's been far too dangerous today, hasn't she?
Dear. Don't encourage him, JP, honestly. Scrum feed to Camden, 10 out 20 in western side. Oh, my goodness. It's a 3-ring circus up here in the commentary box at Campbelltown Stadium today. My goodness me. It's going to be a long afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that for nothing.
Well, I've done my bit yesterday, and of course I'm doing my bit today. And it's just so weird to say, but both these teams, once they cross over and they hit that 20-metre line, both these teams have got no plans.
Yeah, it's like they're lost once they get inside the quarter. We've got a penalty to Camden or inside the 10.
My God, he's finally found an offside penalty. It's been happening all bloody day.
It's taken 22 minutes, but we finally got one. So the score remains 6-0. Collies lead Camden on the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. Good morning, Matt Gabriel and the team at Simply WordPress. Check out MacArthurSportsRadio.com. You can listen to us live there. Oh, great tackle there. Put on her back, 32 metres out. That was Ella McGrath. Copped one of those under the rib cage, and she's getting back to her position on the right flank. Should stay. Gemma Crane upfield, meanwhile, look to get the ball away. 38 metres out from the line. Campbelltown's Collies on the defensive. Camden going to the left-hand side. JP wants them going that way. Knapp brought down 25 out, 10 in Pembroke Road side of the ground towards the southern end. They come back to the open side right now, Camden, and they put it down at second receiver. Put it down at second receiver. Colder than a Mittagong morning.
I think she had a look at the defence coming up on her too. She was sort of looking where she was going to go, took her eye off the ball because the defence was coming up and just dropped it cold.
Thank goodness we've got this coach mic'd up, because I can tell you they're probably different lot of beeps and beeps and beeps.
Both coaches wouldn't be happy. Both coaches wouldn't be happy with the way the way the game's going.
Andrew Willis in the Camden side of town. Tofu Tuagamusu on the Collies bench.
No, I can see Chicka down there now. He seems pretty calm. He's
Yeah, well,
with the footy in his hand.
You and I both know looks can be deceiving, Craig, when it comes to Chicka Willis. Yeah, although he's got his faithful sidekick Kylie alongside him.
Yeah, she looks a bit more stressed than
She's not the most relaxed person at the best of times, is she, Kylie? Although we should say we're both very good friends with Kylie Willis. So yes, it's all in good fun. Yeah, she's not the most relaxed or chilled person ever, is she?
Not when it comes to Camden football.
Yeah, no, certainly not. They'll be hoping for a good result this afternoon in the first grade game. You'll hear it live from 3:15 here on MSR.
There's
Another error from Collies, 40 metres out.
I think what they're trying to do is each team is trying to score off every set. They're not sort of just consolidating and getting into position to put a kick in the last. They're all trying to score on the very offload when there's no offloads there.
That was a flat ball there from Paige Knapp.
You hear the crowd calling out
trying for a forward pass, and I think they might have had half a case. So I said this crowd building nicely.
Yeah, the crowd's probably had half a case before they come in.
Probably 2,000 people, I would say.
And the referee's now got a forward pass from Camden.
We'll have a scrum feed for Collies.
So they didn't get
Collies
didn't get the one they wanted, but they got one after all anyway.
They got one in the end. Swings and roundabouts and the footy gods. They work in mysterious ways. Scrum feed 5 short of halfway. All centre field.
The referee the assistant is trying to get the players on side. It's just, is it this hard to get them on side? Back on the 10 or back?
Well, this time the Camden girls are back even behind the referee.
That's where you want them.
Yeah, but further back than where the referee is. He's on the line, but look.
All a pace in front of
What
him.
is this about to make the tackle now? She was in front of the red line, and the referee was on the red line.
Yeah. Tackle made 41 metres out. A lot of holding in the tackle there. Sarah Boyle around the legs over the top was Madison Mulhall.
Well, I've got to say that he's consistently with the
It's
offside.
been the same for both
It's been the same
teams.
for both sides. He's not. Yeah, give him that. It's neither side have been on side all day.
It's been a consistent call from referee James Perham, touch judges Callum Rigby and Patrick Fossey, and Corey Kadir, the interchange official. I can see Big Mark Dooner downstairs.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like Mark Brown doing the interchange.
I think it is actually. I think Mark Brown might be on interchange duty.
Because I thought that's him walking up the sideline.
Yes, although he's not sporting his usual knee brace, which is unusual. He's got more strapping than King of Swing, old Mark Brown.
Oh yeah, there's Big Dunes.
He's down on the touchline. Kick over the top from Collies on the last. Well, that's set up. Ella McGrath has to play at it. And they'll take her touch and goal.
Yeah, she has to force it.
That's what we were talking about. It's just like, it just seems when it's been allergic when they've crossed over the halfway to that 20-metre line. But
And that was a better set of six.
Much better. Probably the best set of the game.
They got a kick away at the end, and it went into the in-goal area, and Camden had to rush back to force it. And let's see what they do with their dropout.
Drop out at the northern end of the ground, the athletic centre end. It's been put down by Collies. Elizabeth Marrera dropped it cold, 22 metres out. Camden have it, northern end of the ground.
That's the luck that Camden needed.
Abby Britt makes another 8 up to the 30. Referee Perham calling the Collies onside, but as we've mentioned, it's been a very skinny 10 metres, a very generous 10 metres.
Look at him now, you can see it now. Look at them all. This entire side, the right side, the commentary box side, they're all offside. And they're still offside again.
They get a couple short of halfway. Knapp. Great short ball found. Macy Carlisle into open space. Carlisle, high ball over the top. That's a horrible pass from Macy Carlisle. That's gone forward, been knocked on. That was a horrible pass from Macy Carlisle. Did all the hard work. And then the pass was certainly not on the chest.
She probably could have taken it herself and kept going, and then took the tackle and set up for the next play.
back to self and like,
I could see what she was trying to do, but
Yeah.
the fullback that was coming in there wasn't in the position to actually take the ball. So I don't know whether it was meant for her or for the winger, that the one put a hand up to catch it, whereas it might have been a Harbour Ridge pass to the winger outside. I'm not sure.
Scrum 15 out, 20 in, western side of the ground, Leagues Club end. Clock showing 150 for Case statewide. Sole of the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard hasn't changed for a good 15 minutes. Collies 6, Camden 0, approaching half-time inside the 2-minute warning. Collies coming out of their own end, 22 metres out from their own line, centre field at the southern end of the ground, defending the Leagues Club end for the next 90 seconds.
Our side's really dominated this first half, have they?
No.
it's the skills. Okay, you say ball skills not there, but you just watching here, Craig. Defensively, both sides have been switched on.
I think that's what's causing a lot of the drop ball to the heavy defence. And the ball runners are looking at the defence coming to them and starting to think, oh shit, I'm going to get hit. And they sort of take their eye off the ball a bit and brace for a hit.
As we see a good run here from Collies up the right-hand side. Great run with a dead argue there from Turrigan Vadivolo. Last tackle they'll play 20 metres out. Collies on the attack. They go to the right-hand side. They're skinny on that side. The Camden defensive line. The fullback comes up, makes a good run, got the ball away. That was Rewe getting the ball away, but that'll be the last. A turnover, 12 metres out. They probably needed one more play in that area, and they could have scored. Collies. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Collies lead at 6-0 for Simply WordPress web design.
Unless they back themselves on that tackle to try and score off the last ball.
Now Camden down the short side. They've only got 20 seconds to go, so at most 2 plays, and they're over 70 metres away, so I can't see them doing any significant damage, especially with a tackle like that from Turrigan Avolo.
Not with a hit like that.
Now Camden,
Oh,
seconds of the first
she
half.
ran right behind the player then.
Referee said it was all clear, so the siren will sound any second now. That'll be the final play of the first half. There's the hooter in the background for half-time. We'll take a break here on Macarthur Sports Radio's coverage of Macarthur Rugby League Grand Final Day. And at the break, it's Camden trailing Campbelltown Collies 6 points to nil. Second half coming up in a moment.
Need signage for your business? Then the only place to go is Styles Signs in Campbelltown. Styles Signs can cater to any signage needs, from exhibitions and events to shop fronts and business signage. Call the team at Styles Signs for more information or to discuss a new look for your business. Get online or check out their social media for more, or to speak with Luke and the team. Styles Signs, the Macarthur's one-stop sign shop. Styles.
So Campbelltown's got a different, jersey number on the back of her, just a different colour. I did notice that she's on the field now. I think she's number 21 there.
So that's Kira Dodd. We've got a penalty first play of the second half for a high tackle. So a penalty for a high tackle immediately.
Yeah, she's on the centre three-quarter line just near us there, Mike.
Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, I think it's just the different pattern or design.
Yes.
The number's still easy to make out, which is
Good to see.
thankfully it's a fine and sunny day and we don't have any weather complaints here.
Mike, we've done some cricket and geez, there's some jersey numbers though. He's going, what's that?
Yeah, so and some other football codes as well, where
Yes.
you struggle to read numbers and even in the old Group 6 rugby league, some of the jersey designs look great on a computer, but not so fabulous in reality. I won't mention any names, but there's been more than one or two where you struggle to read the number on the back of the jersey. That one's the number 11 in Tessa Tavita Moafa Anu, taking it forward for Collies, 38 metres out. Back to the right-hand side they go. That's the front rower in Jess Kennedy taking it forward. She's been busy today, plays it on the 30-metre line. There's no dummy half, and the referee's going to say, play on.
Yes.
No,
play on.
No, he's going to say play on. I thought he was going to call it back, and now he's lost it on the first tackle. So
I've seen this already. It's like hot potato stuff here.
Collies end up with it 39 metres out through Sophia Vaki. She'll play it now, so talking about swings and roundabouts, the Collies certainly getting the call, getting the bounce of the ball going their way today. That's Imogen Lowe with it, plays it 15 out, referee says take it back, play it again, 15 out to the left-hand side. They've got numbers out that way, but they'll come back to the open side right here. Collies on the eastern side of the ground, the Pembroke Road side of the ground, which is slowly filling up. A good crowd building here at Campbelltown Stadium for Grand Final Day 2022. You'll hear it all on Macarthur Sports Radio this afternoon as we bring you all four matches for Grand Final Day this afternoon. The feature, East Campbelltown and Camden from 3:15. Collies on the attack here inside the 10. The Camden defence is up in numbers, but we've got a knock on. Got a knock on from Collies. As we've said during the game, JP, they don't seem to know what to do inside the 20.
Well, they had numbers there, the Collegians on the left. They had probably like a 4-on-2, 4-on-3 at best. And it's just probably the awareness is just not there. But again, we'll say both these sides defensively are just impeccable. It's just the creativity, and I just think not having as weird as it sounds, there's no like other plans around at the moment for either side or all this afternoon.
I won't say they're lost for ideas, but they certainly don't know what their plan is when they get inside the quarter. Beautiful afternoon in Campbelltown, temperature sitting about 19 degrees. Perfect spring afternoon for football, Grand Final Day 2022. If you're in the neighbourhood, come down.
What's the feels like temperature?
It'd be pretty accurate, I'd reckon, about 18, 19 degrees. There is a bit of a breeze out there, which you can see on the trees around the ground. There is a bit of a breeze out there. Not really sure which way it's blowing, but certainly is a breeze blowing this afternoon, which just takes a couple of degrees off the temperature, but it's still a beautiful afternoon. It's T-shirts and hoodies only today. No need for the big jackets as Paige Knapp tries to slice through the line and gets absolutely buried. Jess Kennedy around the shoulder says, come here. Cop this, whack. Jim McCrane pops it over the top on the last. Nice kick. Will it sit up for Collies? Yes, they'll get the bounce in the end through Fatu. Fatu plays it 10 metres out, a couple of metres in from touch in the northwestern corner of Campbelltown Stadium. That's Christina Morell. Makes another 8-9 metres. Good run out of defence. We've had 4.25 minutes in the second half for Case Stokewide Solar. Collies 6, Camden 0 in the grand final. Women's Open Age Rugby League grand final here at Campbelltown Stadium. There's Varkey taking it forward, 32 metres out. 20 in from touch, western side. Making good ground here in the second half. Collies, that's a great run up forward. Through the middle of the ruck, up towards halfway. That'll be tackle 4 in the set. Out of dummy half, that's Dean, goes left-hand side for Vakarewa. Vakarewa plays it 40 metres out from the line. Still going, Vakarewa, told to go back and play it on the mark. Thought she'd broken free, plays it 38 metres out. That's the last. Dean, back to Farku, charge down, kick picked up by the left forward in Gemma Bradford. She's still going, she's looking for support. It's come off Camden, hands, been knocked back. That was a bizarre play. Bradford didn't even try to put the foot down or take the tackle, looked for support on the outside but couldn't find any. And eventually it's come off a Collies player and gone backwards. And they've now got position, and that'll be a penalty for a high tackle, in fact inside the 10. Inside the 10 is the ruling. Penalty count 2-0 in the second half in favour of Collies for Forte Financial Services.
They'll take the tap and go here. I don't think Camden knew it was a penalty.
Well, I think the player there was...
Is it Britt?
I think it might have been Abby Britt, who was lining up for the play the ball as they take the tap and go. And inside the 10 again.
What is it? Wait, 2 offsides. He's calling offsides, Mike Sheen.
I know. Settle down, JP. Settle down.
I didn't intervene when it was yesterday, though.
No. As we see the Collies side now 31 metres out from the line. Just to the left of centre field. They'll come back open side right. Well, they do now through Jess Kennedy. She's been good today, Kennedy. Plays it 22 metres out from the line. Pretty well centre field. Takes it now to the right-hand side. They come back this open side, right-hand side. Vakarewa with the hit and spin, getting on the whirling dervish. Brought down 8 metres out from the line. Just to the right of the posts at the southern end of the ground, attacking the Leagues Club end in the second half. We've got numbers to the left-hand side. If they can get the ball out, they get the ball out eventually. They've got a score in the corner. Collies, can they get it down? Referee Parham has a good long hard look and says no. Play it there, half a metre out from the line. 10 in from touch, eastern side of the ground. That was a short flat ball there to Varkey. Varkey driven back, 3 and 4 Rams say no. Entry denied, half a metre out. Last tackle arm goes up from referee Parham. Back to the open side right, Dean. They're up on her quickly. Is he going to say that was a high tackle? Yes. Yes, that was a high tackle. Looked like it from here. Penalty 4 in the second half. JP saying take the 2. It's 6 points to 0. Collies over Camden for Simply WordPress web design. We've had 7.5 minutes in the second half.
Oh, that will do me.
I think this is a smart play to take the tap. I've got to say, I agree. They've got numbers to the right-hand side here, Collies. The Camden defence is very skinny, and they come this way straight away through the replacement, Lisa King. I'm pretty sure he's a registered nurse. King plays it 10 metres out. Comes to the right-hand side, short ball. Vakarewa winds up. Vakarewa within 2 metres. Great numbers. Great defence from Camden. They keep coming right-hand side. Far too, no. Push back, brought down 3 metres out. Dean into dummy half. They come back open side left. Vakarewa fires it out. They've got 4 on none. If they can keep it going, they may not need 2. Driven back. Lachlan, half a metre out. She can smell the chalk at the southern end. That's how close they are. They spin it left-hand side. They've still got the overlap out there. Camden pile in on top. Last tackle a metre out from the line. 10 in from touch. Eastern side of the ground, southeastern corner. They'll come back. Will they need to come back? No, try time! The Collies are in for number 2. Collies 10, Camden 0 for Simply WordPress. Justin Pineda for F2 Sports. Boy, give us a replay on that one. The Collies by 10.
Collies, well done there, but they just...
First grade grand final. You'll hear it all on Macarthur Sports Radio this afternoon. We are the Macarthur Sports leader. Macarthur from near the uprights. Misses away. So it remains Campbelltown Collies 10, Camden 0. The Simply WordPress web design scoreboard, the case statewide solar clock, 19 and a half minutes remaining.
If I was a Rams here, restart short. Got to go short here. I don't think the Collegians will be expecting a short restart. As bizarre as that sounds, you've got to go short. You know, this is probably where you've got 19 minutes into the season. You might as well just throw out your playbook and just play what's in front of you.
They haven't gone, or they have gone for a long restart. It's gone about 30 metres. Taken by Vicesio. She's been good today. Pandora Vicesio, centre three-quarter in the number 4 jersey. Little bit of push and shove here. Penalty goes to Camden. Penalty to Camden. Vicesio giving away a penalty in possession, 25 metres out. Great opportunity for the Rams here.
That's a cardinal sin. Not finishing your well. Do you even call it not even completing your set of 6?
It was the first tackle, and it was the extra effort in the tackle that was the issue there. 23 for Camden. I don't have a 23 on my team list, but she'll play it now. It could be a jersey change for one of the Camden players. That's Abby Britt in the number 8, taking it forward. Plays it 8 metres out from the line. At the northern end, under the right hand upright. Scoreboard not making for good reading. Was that Carla? It was Tegan Chapman, rather. Couldn't hold on to that one. That was a poor pass again. Passing hasn't been the best from either side today, but the handling has certainly let down the Rams on that occasion. They lead it. Oh, they trail 10-0 Camden with 17:45 remaining for case statewide solar.
Just got to try some. Oh, sorry, for the Collies, you just think. I feel like you've got. I want to say almost right to play it out, but just get to your set of 6 and just keep playing field position with your Collies. Camden, well, you just got to try to force a mistake.
Yeah, somehow you've got to force an error here. 17 for Camden, Emma Johnson. I'm not sure if that's entirely natural red hair there.
We're talking peroxide-ish?
Well, quite possibly. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say it is, but...
I've got a story about peroxide, Mike.
Oh, do I want to hear this, JP?
I'm allergic to it.
Okay.
So I did this one time in school, and my face was like, you know, with the bee stick, like a sting, almost.
Yeah.
It just puffed up on my face.
Right. So you won't be going bleach blonde anytime soon.
Not a chance. I'm not even thinking of doing the Kevin Peterson.
Well, that's a good thing, mate, just quietly. I can talk about heads for radio when you're in the club. Rewa loses it. They play it. Ball comes back for the kick on the last tackle. I'm not exactly centre-fold myself, so I can talk about rough heads. The three of us up in the commentary box, none of us will be winning the Bachelor of the Year anytime soon. Camden going up, but I thought she stayed in the field of play, but the tackle on, that's Laura Whaler on the left wing for Camden. The tackle on the left-hand side, I thought she stayed in, but ended up going on into the touch, but the touch judge had his flag up well before the play was over.
When she slipped, Mike, that's when it happened.
Yeah, I thought she'd stayed in, but then she ended up on it back in touch.
Yeah.
And she's gone into touch, so Collies end up with the ball. Vakarewa takes it forward, 30 metres out, midway point of the second half.
And we see a boot flown off.
Collies to the left-hand side. Somebody's cast a plate. Can we get the farrier back to Barry? I think it's barrier number 8, thanks.
General consensus down on the ground, Mike, is that Camden's the better side, but their last pass options have been terrible.
Yeah, they have been a bit awkward.
They've been making breaks and throwing balls to nowhere. But Collies are just hitting the ball up and just...
Here's a chance for Collies. Speaking of which, Kennedy probably deserves a meat pie this afternoon. Doesn't get one on this occasion. She'll play it now about 15. I'll make that about 5 metres out from the line. They go to the left-hand side. That's the second rower in Varkey. I think she's got it down, Sophia Varkey.
She has.
Try to the Collies. That makes it 14-0 on the Simply WordPress web design scoreboard. We've got 15 to go in the grand final. Craig Davis for F2 Sportswear.
That was just relentless attack, wasn't it, from Collies? They just hit it up, and then and I just run into the Newelland Ladies League tag. Some of the players from yesterday. They're having their Silly Sunday celebration.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Silly Sunday?
Well, I don't know. If you are that keen, come up to where we are. And
They go short here, Mike.
They go short
they've
from
got it
the
back.
restart here, and they've got it back through Page Knapp, it looks like.
they need to do something, don't they?
12:50 to go on the Case statewide solar clock. Collies lead at 16-0 for Simply WordPress Web Design. Camden on the attack, 18 metres out from the line. Grand Final Day 2022 from Campbelltown Stadium.
They have to be the next to score, Camden. If Collies score again, it's good as game
I
over.
think 16-0 is just about gone. As JP said, we get a penalty here to Camden.
But Camden are capable of scoring tries quickly.
They certainly are capable. Abby Britt into the line, gets upended and driven back. Great tackle around the hips there. Driven back to the 9-metre mark from the line at the northern end. There's Johnson. Great hit around the hips once again. That's the way you do it. Around the hips and drive them back. That was Varkey out of dummy half. That's the number 9 there in Copeland. The ball's on the deck. The ball's been put down by Camden, 2 metres out. Inside 12 to go for Case statewide solar. It's Simply WordPress Web Design scoreboard. Collies 16, Camden 0.
And I think I thought she may have complimented. She's on her feet. They're the 14.
I tell you what,
Talia Gibson.
it was very strong defence on the line by Collies.
Oh, she is out cold.
They sailed close to the wind with some of their defensive efforts, I must admit.
That is a very groggy looking Talia Gibson there. He's under the attention of their trainers. They've called time off.
Looks like the referee's... No, did the referee call out a Collies player? No, he's getting to play the ball.
No, it'll be a play the ball, but they've
I
stopped
thought
the clock.
at one stage I thought he was calling her out for a high tackle, but
11:25 remaining in the grand final. Collies 16, Camden 0. For Simply WordPress Web Design, we thank all our sponsors for 2022. Thank you one and all for your support. Simply WordPress Web Design, our major sponsor. Forte Financial Services. Craig, we're rocking the F2 Sportswear today. A beautiful Sunday afternoon. Thank you to Tom and the team at F2 Sportswear once again. Also Case statewide solar. Tom Casey and the team there. Style Signs, the Macarthur's one-stop sign shop. Find them in Blackstone Service Way, Campbelltown. The Beer Shed Brewing Co. in Lemire, and of course RW Laws and Associates Accounting. If you're doing your tax, I've done mine recently, and I can say the numbers have come back certainly in a positive manner for me. So get in touch with Rob at RW Laws and Associates, and well done on the win last night, Rob. Great win for the Macarthur Rams women in the NPL Women's Football or Soccer semi-final into the grand final next Sunday.
did they count your cash jobs, Mike?
Now, Craig, just because you're not using RW Laws and Associates, no need to be like that just because you're not using him. Head online.
Good wire return ready for doing the not this World Cup, the next World Cup lambs this year.
No, We've got an excellent snacks return, so if you need to get yours done, get in touch with Robert RW Laws and Associates Accounting. Great run here from the Collies, up towards the 30. Northern end of the ground. Johnson at marker. Can't get around to dummy half fast enough to pick up the ball as Collies up towards the 40, 10 in from touch.
The Collies just seem to be doing everything a little bit quicker than Camden.
Yeah, they certainly do. The 22 is Valentua, and they get another penalty for a high tackle. We were amazed while you were out, Craig. We had a couple in succession for offside.
Yes,
I had meters.
I had a word to one of the people while I was lining up
While you
for
were
food.
outside.
The game was already going, so there was I couldn't have any influence on the thing. But I did say to this person, did anyone speak to the referee about his 10 metres? And the 4 referees that were lining up for the food all looked at me and said, what 10 metres? So to me that was...
You weren't the only one to notice.
Me that answered my question.
You weren't the only one to notice.
No, every sideline official noticed that the 10 was non-existent.
Was it very
But the comment was he was consistent
to both sides. We said that in the first half as well. So
I was so excited when he pinged 2 offsides. I had to turn myself down.
there's Riwi towards the line, only 2 or 3 metres out. Last tackle, arm goes up. They'll play it now on the eastern side. That was a very ordinary play. The ball, Collies driving, no. I think he's going to rule a turnover on the last 10 metres out. Or is he going to say, no, they need to
turn it over. That was 6, wasn't it?
No, he's got a scrum feed to Camden, 10 out, 20 in. So I think the play the ball is ruled. It was lost in the tackle.
Well, I'll tell you what, Camden dodged the bullet then.
So
now that they've got the scrum with the feed.
10 out, 20 in eastern side, Pembroke Road side of the ground at the southern end.
Because when the way you look at it from up here, every time Collies get within 10, 15 metres of the try line, they look like they're going to score.
Certainly looks that way, but they lead at 16-0 for Simply WordPress Web Design, 9:05 to go in the grand final. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on Macarthur Sports Radio this afternoon. Mike Sheen, Craig Davis, Justin Pineda, your call team from Campbelltown Stadium. Great to have your company this afternoon.
Were Camden the minor premiers in this competition?
I've got a feeling they may have been. I'd have to double check that. But I've got a feeling they may have been. I know Collies came the long way for the finals.
In the next game, Camden were minor premiers in the reserve. They went through undefeated, didn't they?
Yeah, and they won their major semi comfortably over Mittagong a couple of weeks ago. I know that. So they are going for the perfect season here at Campbelltown Stadium. 17 wins from 17 matches. If they can produce the goods this afternoon.
And nothing we've seen over the season showing that they're not going to.
Well, they are taking on Mittagong, so you know the Lions under Simon Reid, a very strong side in reserve grade. We've got a scrum feed to Camden here, 30 metres out on the eastern side.
The Collies aren't in any hurry to pack the scrum.
Well, they know they're in front, 16 points to 0.
Why did the referee stop the clock?
Well, it's only a scrum feed for an error, so no need for the scrum to be, or no need for the clock to be stopped. Camden certainly formed up rather quickly as well.
I don't think in this competition they actually stop it for the scrums, do they, Mike?
No, I don't think they do. So there was certainly, and Camden were in position very quickly to pack the scrum. Don't forget you can text us this afternoon, 0490 403 933. We'd love to hear from you on the SMS line. Thanks to RW Laws and Associates. So get in touch this afternoon. The SMS line is in operation for grand final day. So feel free to drop us a text if you're listening inside Australia. We'd love to hear from you. 0490 403 933 is the number. Camden on the attack to the right-hand side. Only about 5 metres out from the line. 6:55 to go. They trail by 16. 3 tries in under 7 minutes when they haven't scored one in 54, 55 minutes. That's been touched by Collies, so it'll be a line dropout.
The first time you think Camden's actually put a kick through on their last tackle to try to get a repeat set?
Yeah, well, it's one of the first times I've seen a kick from anybody looking for a repeat set on the last. Hasn't been a play that either side has used to great effect today.
You think it would be, because there's not many, like Camden haven't scored a point, so you think they would be trying to put little kicks through all the time to get those repeat sets, but I guess Collies don't need to because they've got the scoreboard. They've got a scoreboard on their side.
Yeah, they certainly do have that scoreboard pressure going their way.
Hey, just receiving treatment on the other
You
side.
see how slow they're going. The girl's going to take the dropouts gone off the field. Now they're trying to work out who's going to be the one
to
who's
take
going
the
to take
kick.
It's a game of like, it's like watching ice hockey. You know those subs that just come in, they just sit on the bench and goes, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I have never seen so much rolling substitutions in a game like this. As they do take the goal line restart and the Camden Rams will start right on their own 20-mark sheet.
With Emma Johnson, thank you, Justin Pineda.
That ball just bounced the wrong way too, didn't it? Looked like it was going to go backwards, but then it went towards the try line.
As we see Camden on the attack now. Great defence there. Driven back, 14 metres out from the line to the right of the uprights. 5:50 to go. Camden need to score now if there are any chance of scoring. Crane out the back. Now had a Captain Cook, couldn't hold on to it. It's got to
say, Collies' defence has been sensational.
Well, it's been very good this afternoon, the defence from Collies.
Haven't given Camden much of a chance.
The scrum feed just outside the 10. 20 in from touch at the northern end of the ground, western side, broadcast side of Campbelltown Stadium. Clock continues to run inside 5 1/4 to go. We're out very early. Abby Britt up very quickly out of the scrum there. Great run upfield from Collies up over the 20. Good run of about 15 metres. That was Juravani Gavolo taking it forward. Now it's Vaccarella on the next. Great run, Belinda Vaccarella. Lays it 8 short of halfway. Which the penalty doesn't play, in fact. But another penalty here, 6 in the second half to Collies, 2 to Camden.
Lisa King's now coming on for Collies, 16.
Yes, the registered nurse. Who knows her way around a football field is Lisa King.
Played for Morellan a couple of years ago when they were in the Premiership.
Also a Campbelltown Harlequin.
Yeah, most of these Collies girls play both league and union.
Indeed they do.
Pass went between her legs, but they did hold it back.
What they say in soccer, she got nutmeg.
Yes.
See, I am up on some of the soccer words.
Very good, mate. Very well done.
Wait, I thought this season started next month.
A couple of weeks away. You were talking about the running of the bulls earlier. The only bulls I'll be running with are the ones out here at Campbelltown Stadium. They're the only ones I want to run with. Not a chance of going with anybody else, that is for certain.
Oh, yes, that pamphlet, Mike.
No way you'll get me out there, JP. You can have that.
I know a two group that does it, which helped me went to the World Cup in Brazil a few years ago, Mike.
No way you'll get me out there, mate. You can have that all to yourself.
I'm happy to do one. I'm happy to do it, Mike. I think what Paris Ross did is something somewhere in that case.
Yes. And the sad thing is nobody would argue. Rams working forward towards halfway. 3 1/4 to go in this one.
I think the game scores over, Mike.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think that honestly, the attack is just about to finish as well.
Yeah, and they can light the candles and start the celebrations. Collies will claim the Premiership 16-0.
It's almost time to blow out the candles.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Camden have certainly not been, I won't say they haven't been in the contest, but they've certainly struggled this afternoon in this.
They haven't been on the game, have they?
No. They've certainly.
You got to give the Collegians, they haven't put them on their game. They've shut them out. Can't figure it to the own work out.
I guess you're right. You can only play as good as the opposition lets you, and Collies haven't let Campbell play at all.
No, they've given them absolutely nothing. Collies will be forced in goal inside 2.5 to go. They're up 16-0. They can put the beverages on ice and start the celebrations because the trophy's heading back to Bradbury Oval this afternoon.
Well, look, it's a well-behaved crowd because when I was at the shop, there was not many people lining up at the bar to buy a drink.
No.
The food was there was people. The food was lined back for miles.
Yeah, when I was...
But the alcohol was, you know, you could virtually walk in and grab a drink straight away. So the crowd's not getting into the alcohol that much.
Certainly not at this stage. That's a high tackle on a penalty to Camden. Yeah, that was Macarthur on that occasion. You can hear the crowd coming to life.
Good hits.
That's a great hit there. 11 metres out from the line, a slow play the ball back to the right-hand side. Second row is Chapman. Gave it on for a support runner on the outside. They're only 7 metres out now, minute 20 to go. Camden trails 16-0. The trophy's heading to Bradbury. Pulled the engraver, trying the corner. That's Ella McGrath. Crashing over in the corner. Gotta be happy with that effort.
If I'll show you this respect, I would decline this conversion.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I think I'd... Campbelltown Collies are the champions in the Women's Rugby League competition. 16 points to 4. They defeat the Camden Rams. A deserved win to Campbelltown Collies. Far too good this afternoon for Camden. Bit of an upset there with Collies claiming the premiership, but far too good today. Craig Davis and Justin Pineda. Full credit to the Collies. They take the premiership.
They just shut them out, the Collies.
It was their defence that won it for them, wasn't it? The hard hitting. As we said earlier before the game started, it was going to be how the big Collies forwards handled the conditions out there, and they didn't stop. They never stopped with their strong defence. You know, their bigger players had a lot of stamina, and they were able to keep going when most of the other girls would have been on their haunches. They were getting stronger and stronger as the game went on.
And just had a lot of possession. And once the Collies just keep hammering the ball with that man of possession, you just knew that the tries were just going to flow in through there for the Collies. And Camden, well, Collegians did not let Camden into the game.
Camden made more line breaks, but Collies' tries were scored through strength.
Yeah.
Whereas, Camden made 2 or 3 breaks, but that last pass, if they would have held on to it, waited for the next tackle, then moved on, they might have scored 2 or 3 tries. But they panicked, they threw a rushed pass, went over the player's head behind them, and that was the tail of the tape. Their last pass, their 6 tackle option and their last passes just didn't stick.
So full time here in the Women's Rugby League. Campbelltown Collies defeating Camden 16 points to 4. We'll wrap it up here, be back shortly for the reserve grade grand final. That one due to start in about half an hour. We'll be on air just before kick-off.
Do you think this will be the start of the Camden demise, losing ladies, then reserves, and then first
Well,
grade?
it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Eagles lost the under-18s. Camden lose the women's.
But Camden has still got another one in between.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the next couple of hours. Of course, first grade at 3:15. We'll bring you that one live and exclusive only on Macarthur Sports Radio Full-time, Collies 16, Camden 4 in the women. We'll be back shortly. See you soon.
Can we please put our hands together for a great grand final in our open women's between the Camden Rams and the Campbelltown Collegians. First of all, we'd like to recognise the board members and life members of both Group 6 Senior Rugby League as well as West Tigers Macarthur Junior Rugby League. We'd also like to acknowledge our major sponsors West Group Macarthur as well as Trophy Mart for their support throughout the 2022 season. I welcome Warren McGill from the West Tigers who will be presenting our awards today. Firstly, we'd like to recognise the match officials for their game, referee James, touch judges Lachlan and Pat, and interchange Mark. Can we put our hands together for the match officials, not only for today, but their efforts throughout the whole entire season. Can we please get a round of applause for our runners-up today, the Camden Rams? Could I ask the captain of the Camden Rams to come forward and the rest of the girls to come collect their medals?
Firstly, thank you to the refs all year. You've been great, and it's great to have some really quality refs in women's footy. Congratulations to Collies. You were the better side today. You showed up, you wanted it more, so congratulations to you. And thank you to all the other teams in our comp as well. It's awesome, and I think we've said it after almost every game. It's awesome to have some really quality sides. We've really strengthened Group 6 this year, especially with our Group 7 side, so thank you. Thank you to our coaching staff. You have shown up for us all year, putting in so much effort. We appreciate you. And lastly, thank you, my girls. All of you absolutely have killed it all season. Fortunately, we weren't the better side today, but still proud of all of you. So, congratulations, Colleagues.
Can we please get another big round of applause for our runners-up, the Camden Rams in our Open Age Women's Division. And a big congratulations, round of applause for our premiers, the Campbelltown Collegians. Can we ask the girls from Collies to come forward and receive your Premiership medals? Our next award goes to the Player of the Match for our Open Age Women. And the Player of the Match for 2022 from Campbelltown Collegians, number 12, Sophia Raki. And finally, I'd like to welcome the captain of the Premiers, Campbelltown Collegians, to say a few words and accept the Premiership trophy.
First of all, we'd like to thank and acknowledge our major sponsor, the Macarthur Group. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to have the backing that we have had this year, and all of our other sponsors who have helped us get here. To the Macarthur West Board and Committee who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, all the officiating staff, thank you for another season. I know it's been challenging with the rain and things like that, but we're so thankful for all your hard work behind the scenes. To Camden Rams, you guys are truly a testimony to your club. You girls come out, you play hard footy, and you're just really good chicks off the field as well. So it's really good to see you guys in the grand final. And again, you're a testimony to your club. And having 3 senior teams in the grand final is something pretty special and to be proud of. So we look forward to seeing what you guys will bring next year because you know we'll be one better, and we look forward to seeing it. To my team, my girls, so proud to captain you guys this year. To our coaching staff, Toss, Adam, Jackie, our president Aries, and the rest of our committee at Campbelltown Collegians, thanks for backing us from day one. We love donning this jersey and being part of this team, and we can't wait to do it again next year. But yeah, that's all from me.
Back in the 60 and up the Polly Dogs, baby!
Can we please put our hands together for our open age women's competition, our Premier Campbelltown Collegians, and our runners-up Camden Rams for a state grand final. Our reserve grade game is scheduled to kick off at 1:15 between the Camden Rams and the Mittagong Lions. Thank you again to West Group Macarthur for their support throughout the whole 2022 season.